Your brand's lost its way. You're just not tapped into your identity the same way that it used to be. How do you fix that? How do you move forward and reconnect to your brand identity? So there are a few things you're going to need to do, and I'm just going to rattle them off real quick, and we're going to explore it and dive into it. One, you need to actually sum up who you actually want to be, put that on paper. Then you need to ask what's meaningful about that, understand how meaningful it actually is and how in-depth it is. And then you need to understand how clear it is, how distinct it is, and if it actually helps you position yourself in your product and your service or your offering, or it doesn't. Let's dive in. So the first thing you need to do is actually put a vision out there. Who do you want to be? Who do you actually see yourself as? And then ask yourself, what is meaningful about that? But that's not really enough. What you have to do is be able to score the level of meaning. And how the heck do you do that? You have to score the level of emotional depth. There are some emotions that are super core to the human experience, and there are some that are less integral to the human experience. So, for example, fun. I don't need to have fun today. I probably won't have fun today. I may not have fun tomorrow. It's okay. I'll live. There are other things like connection or overcoming adversity that are really integral to my human experience that I cannot live without. You want your brand to have meaning in a way that it's attached to those super deep, super meaningful concepts. If you aren't, find a way to reposition that identity so that it actually is. I'll show you an example in a second. You also have to make sure that that conception is super clear, super crisp, and super concise. It's like anything else. If you don't have a clearer connection to it, it's going to fade away. You also need to make sure it's actually distinct. Yes, you might have a super meaningful identity, but if it's the same super meaningful identity as all of your competitors, what's going to happen? You're going to go around trying to differentiate yourself, and then you'll lose your identity. So make sure, yeah, meaningful, but also distinct. And the last thing that should be a telltale sign that you've got it right, by the way, is that your identity naturally flows into your positioning. What do I mean? Let's say I'm an amusement park and I'm all about having fun. And I say, you know what? That's not very deep or meaningful. Who are we actually? We are a place where you can escape from the hardships of life for a day. Well, now how do you position yourself to your audience? Oh, that's pretty easy, right? Hey, audience, come and escape life for a day. Give yourself a break to let it all go. The identity should naturally flow into the positioning. And if it does, that'll naturally keep you focused on your identity and keep that intact because you're actually using it day in and day out in terms of your positioning. So that's how you get yourself back to a more connective identity. And it's how you take it a little bit further to have that identity be deep, meaningful, and flow into your positioning so that you don't forget who you are.